Hi guys and welcome back. Today we're doing a January and February favorites. So many I can't believe that it has already been 2 months into this year. I feel like I did the 2021 favorites a couple of weeks ago. It has gone quite fast. I don't really have many products to talk about. You probably know from my other videos that I'm still in a no-buy until I finish quite a few products. So I haven't tried that many new stuff. But I have actually bought 2 makeup things this year. And they're both foundations. I bought a lighter shade of my Fenty Eavesdrops foundation, the blur tint, whatever. That was pretty much what I was using all the time. So I had to buy a lighter shade because the other one that I had was too dark for me during the winter. And I also, the other thing that I bought, I'm gonna talk about in a little bit because it's one of my favorites. So just because I haven't tried that many new products those couple of months, I don't have that many stuff to talk about. So I thought it was the perfect chance to talk about my project and pan. I have some really good updates this time, like they're really good updates, so I hope you're as excited as I am because I'm very excited. Yeah, I don't have much else to say except from the fact that my hair is really annoying me right now, so you will probably see me do this and that all the time, so yeah, please bear with me. Okay, I guess let's just jump into it. I'm gonna start with a few makeup products that I have and then I'm gonna talk about some other stuff afterwards. The first thing I want to talk about is this Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer, and I have 2, maybe I can squeeze 3 uses out of this. It is almost completely empty. I did finish my Smashbox primerizer. I also filmed an empties video, but you will probably see that after this video because I want to upload it as soon as possible since today is the 1st of March and I don't want it to be too late. But that's what I talked about in that video, that I finished the Smashbox primerizer, and after I finished that I started using this one again because you probably might know that my skin has been really dry lately and I need a hydrating primer that also gives me glow, and this is what this does. It is really hydrating. It gives a really nice feeling to the skin. That's why I really love it. And it also has shimmers, but not in a bad way. Very small shimmers, and it looks glowy. So it's basically both a hydrating and a glowy primer, but it also has vitamin C and banana powder inspired pigments, so it is going to give you a little bit of color correction. It overall makes your skin looks very healthy. That's what I would say. So yeah, I've been really enjoying it, and with all that being said, I don't think I'm gonna be buying it right now unless it's on sale, and it was on sale when I first got it. The reason why I think this is a little bit overpriced, yes, it has skincare. I don't have the ingredients list right here and I'm not that good at reading ingredients list, but I don't think the vitamin C that this contains is enough to make a difference on your skin. I think, and that's only my opinion, it is mostly marketing. Take it as you will. At the end of the day, it is basically a primer, and yes, it makes my skin look amazing and it makes it look and feel really nice, but in my opinion it's a little bit overpriced. So for that reason I'm not gonna be buying it straight away, and I'm also in a no-buy, so I'm trying to finish stuff, not buy more stuff. I personally think it's definitely worth giving it a try. If you can find it on sale, then I would really recommend it, but I wouldn't tell you to run and buy it if it's full price. You know what I mean? It's like $40 something and it's 30 mils. I don't feel like it lasted me that long. I am presenting you my facts or my experience, so you can make an informed choice, I guess. I'll leave you to that. Also, don't mind my Monstera here. She's been sunburned. She used to live by my window and she was doing fine, and then suddenly she was sunburned. I guess that's how sunburns work. Now she's not sitting close to the window anymore, but it's too late. Anyways, let's move on. Next makeup product that I have a mini concealer from Tarte, and Tarte as a brand has kind of died off a little bit. Not that many people talk about it. For me personally, I haven't really been that interested in Tarte because the launches that they have had the past year or 2, I would say, they haven't been really exciting. For a moment there, they would come out with a lot of makeup that has kind of this childish packaging, if I can say that. I don't know, I wasn't really that interested, and it's not the easiest brand to get your hands into here in Norway. Yes, they do ship here, but you know, with the shipping and the import fees and all of that stuff, if I'm not really excited about the product, then I'm not gonna go through that process just to try out products that I might or might not like. But with that being said, I did find a concealer that I really like. This is the Shape Tape. You must probably know about it, but it's not the original one. This is the Ultra Creamy Shape Tape. I'm gonna start by saying that this does not compare, or the coverage of this does not compare to the original Shape Tape at all. The Shape Tape, it was a matte concealer, of course, but it had full coverage, and that's why it got so famous at the time, because not that many concealers had that great coverage as that concealer. But this one has almost the opposite. This is a very light coverage concealer. I guess you can build it up to a medium coverage. It's actually what I'm wearing today, and again, it is very creamy, as the name says, and I really like that about this concealer, that it is so creamy. Although I haven't used the original Shape Tape in maybe even over 2 years, and I have considered buying it again because it was, and it still is, a good concealer if you want full coverage, you know. But I thought I would give this one a try just to see, because I'm all about glowy products. It has some glow to it, like natural glow to it, just like most hydrating creamy products have, I guess. I have been really enjoying it, especially in combination with skin tints, basically for everyday makeup, because I don't want to wear a super heavy coverage on my under eyes while the rest of my face is light coverage. Not that I haven't done it before, but I would prefer to go with something like this, and I've been really enjoying it. I bought this in Spain actually, but if I'm traveling again somewhere that has Sephora, then I think I'm gonna buy a full size of it. I think I will get quite a bit of use of it during the summer. I've been really liking it. Not for the coverage, but for how it looks. And it does grace, because it is a more hydrating glowy concealer, but it's nothing I can't handle, I would say. I had to put a little bit color today because it is officially spring, or is it officially spring? I mean, March is a spring month. But I don't know, there's something about the first day of spring. It's not the first day of March, I think. Anyways, it is a beautiful day outside, very sunny. It has been very sunny lately, but once you go out, you freeze. So it definitely does not feel like spring, but I am so ready for spring to come. So that's why I started using a little bit more color in my everyday makeup, or whenever I use makeup, because I definitely do not use makeup every day. I felt the need to comment on that. Do whatever you like with that. Alright, next product. Now this is a new product, and this is the product that I said that I will talk about soon. The other product that I bought this year. And I'm actually quite proud of myself that I've only bought 2 makeup products in the past 2 months, or this whole year, I guess, and I haven't really felt the urge that much to buy new stuff, although sometimes I do, but I feel like I'm doing quite well, although I do have a lot of products to finish until I buy a new product. But I had to buy this product because this is a brand that I've been dying to try since it launched, and a lot of people started talking about it. When I saw that this came to Cold Beauty, I almost peed myself. I was like, where's my card? I'm buying it right now. So this is the LYS Beauty Triple Fix Serum Foundation with AHA, turmeric, and something else I can't pronounce. So I've been hearing so much about this brand. The price, it was really good. I think this was 23 pounds, so 20 something dollars, I guess, but it is definitely cheaper than most high-end foundations. It's between high-end and drugstore, I would say, and it does have 1 fluid ounce, 30 mils. The packaging feels so fancy. It is a nice frosted bottle, and it has some weight to it, which makes it feel and look expensive. I heard quite a few people talk about this foundation, but especially Jamie Page. She's been raving about it all the time, how glowy it is and how long lasting it is and how amazing it is. And I'm like, that sounds like a foundation that I would really enjoy. And she was not wrong. This is the shade MG2. I think that stands for medium gold 2. And now I bought it online, of course. My skin is definitely not medium at the moment. It's more like light medium, I guess, or maybe light even. But when I saw the pictures of the models, this looked like a nice match. I was between this and the other gold shade before this one, so I ended up going with this one. It is definitely a little bit dark for me, but what is wrong with me? Yeah, it is definitely a little bit dark for me, but I can make it work. I haven't used it that much, again, because it is a bit dark, but the times that I've been using it, I couldn't stop staring at my skin. It looks so glowy and hydrating. It has a really good coverage. I wouldn't say it's like full coverage, but you can definitely build it up to full coverage. I'm really enjoying this foundation on the days that I don't want to wear a skin tint, when I want a little bit more coverage if I'm going out or something, which doesn't really happen that much, but anyways, those days this has been great because I didn't want to go with a matte full coverage foundation. This was definitely the better choice for me. Yeah, I don't have much to say other than that it looks so amazing on the skin, and it's not heavy. It feels good. Just in love with this. I will definitely be wearing it more during the summer when this shade matches me better. I have been wanting to try their blushes too, but when I bought this one, they did not have their blushes on their website. They had the bronzers and some other stuff. I was super excited when I finally got to try it. A little bit disappointed that they did not have the blush at the time. I don't know if they have them right now. I'm pretty sure that they will come at some point because they are very popular. That's all I have to say about this. The last makeup product that I have to talk about, it's a lip liner, although I wouldn't say this specific lip liner, but more like lip liners in general. So this is the Primark lip liner in the shade 01 Desert Sand, and I've had it for too long, not gonna say how long. I've actually added this one to my Project 10 pan. I did have a lip liner in my Project 10 pan before, but I thought it was time to add a more neutral shade this time to my Project 10 pan. To be honest, I was never really a lip liner person because I thought it's an extra step. I'm already not using lip products except from a lip balm anyway. It's an extra step and I wasn't willing to do it. And since I've added this and I've started using it, I've realized the value of lip liners and why people use lip liners all the time, because it just makes your life easier when you apply lipstick or whatever you're applying, or lip gloss or whatever, and it makes it also more long lasting. I've been loving to use lip liners. This specific one, I'm not crazy about the formula because it is a little bit hard. Using lip liners has been a favorite, I guess, the past 2 months. I'm gonna talk about it again when I update you on my Project 10 pan. I have 3 more things to talk about that are not makeup related. The first one is the Ritual of Jing Deep Sleep Pillow and Body Mist. You might remember from my 2021 favorites that I said that I'm not a huge fan of rituals in general, but I have found a few products that I really like. But most of the products I'm not crazy about. This is one of the products that I really like. I actually quite like this series, to be honest, because it is really nice and calming. I really like, I love the bottle, this color, it's so beautiful. And again, Rituals has really amazing packaging and I think that's why they are so popular. But I really like how this smells, and I actually had a like a serum, I guess, with a roller that you're supposed to put here or behind your ears or whatever to help you sleep, but I feel like the smell disappeared after a very short amount of time. So then I saw that they had this one where you spray it on your pillow or on yourself, and I do that before I go to sleep, and it smells so good and it is calming because of the lavender that has inside. I recommend you to give it a try. I'm not a huge lavender lover, I'm gonna say that. I do have a lavender essential oil where I do put it on my diffuser sometimes, but I'm not crazy about that smell. But this has lavender, and the formula of this, or the combination of the smells of this, just makes me love the smell of it. So if you're not a huge lavender lover, then you might actually really like this one. Give it a try. Go to your local Rituals and smell it. Alright, next thing. Speaking of perfumes, I have a perfume that I've been obsessed with the past 2 months. You might know again that I have a lot of perfumes that I like to rotate through. I don't like wearing the same thing all the time, but I have my phases. Sometimes I'm obsessed with a perfume and I wear it every day straight. So this was the case with this one. This is the Valentino Voce Viva perfume, and the packaging is so beautiful. Like, look at this. Look how pretty this is. So pretty. And Lady Gaga was the face of the campaign for this perfume, I'm pretty sure. So I got this perfume as a birthday gift from my sister back in December. I wouldn't say that she has a great taste because she asked me what I want and I told her that I want this, but she does have a good taste. It's not that she doesn't have, but I did ask for it. Anyway, so the story about this is that I had a sample of it, or I should say I had more than one sample of this. I had 4 samples of this. I sprayed them and I liked them on me, but I was like, I don't think I'm gonna go out and buy it. Like, I've enjoyed using the samples, I guess, but it's not like me 100%. And then about a year later, I got another sample of this and I was like, okay, actually I quite like this perfume. And then when my sister asked me which one I wanted, I was in between this one and the Born in Roma, the yellow one, because I do have the pink one, Born in Roma, and I love that perfume. They both have really long lasting powers, and I was in between buying that one and this one, and I ended up buying this one and I love it. I really love it. I wear it all the time. It is a nice, sweet, little bit floral. Oh, it is so good. There's no words to describe it, I guess. I suck at explaining perfumes. I think it is mostly floral, but it's a nice sweet floral. Not like too much sweet or too much floral. It's a very delicate balance, I would say, and it lasts a very long time. Valentino perfumes in general last a really long time in my experience, so I am so happy that I got it as a gift nonetheless, and I'm in love with it. And I have the 50 mils. You probably know my rule that I usually buy 30 mils, but I'm happy that I have a big one. Okay, last favorite that I have, it's a book. So I've actually recently finished this book, and I have been reading a few other books during this time, but this book, I finished it in a few days. It usually takes me quite a bit to finish a book because I'm a slow reader, and I also sometimes I'm really into reading and sometimes I take long break and then I get into it again. But anyways, I couldn't put this book down. I really loved it. This is called Inheritance by Sharon Moalem. He's an MD and PhD. How our genes change our lives and our lives change our genes. What an amazing book. Okay, let me breathe. So obviously this is a non-fiction book. I've learned so much from this book, and it is crazy to think that we all kind of know that we have our genetics and our DNA, that we are the way that we are because of that. We can't really do much about it to change it, but this book tells you and shows you that you can actually change your genes by what you do, what you eat, your environment, and it was quite mind-blowing to me. And I do have a background in chemistry and biotechnology, so I did understand things that he talked about in a little bit of a deeper level than the average person. But with that being said, this is a very, very easy book to understand. He doesn't really throw very complicated words to you. When he talks about some scientific words, he always tells you what they are, and he's really good at explaining things. He uses examples from his patients or people that we already know about, like celebrities with known conditions. He basically uses analogies to explain about those things, and it really makes it very, very easy to understand. I've had it for many months actually, sitting there, but then one day I just picked it up and I just couldn't put it down. What a great book. I think everybody could enjoy reading something like this, not only people that have background in genetics or something similar. That's all the favorites that I wanted to talk about. Short and sweet, although it might not have been that short. Now on to Project 10 Pan and the awesome updates that I have. Let's go. I have to charge my computer first. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna try to go through it fast. First, I have 2 products that I actually did not finish and I ended up throwing away. First one is the Essence Satin Blush in the shade Satin Coral. I had it. You might remember that it was a broken blush. I really love the formula of that blush, but I did put it in the Project 10 Pan because it was broken. It fell on the floor again, but this time it just completely spread out everywhere. I had it open, so I could not use it anymore at this point, because the previous time it had fell but broken inside the box, so it didn't really fall outside. It's compact, but not this time, so I had to say goodbye. I did get quite a bit of use out of it, but since it fell and it had a lot left, this was not a success. unfortunately. Next thing I have that I did not finish is the Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter in the shade Smoldering Satin, and I ended up throwing that away because it just kept drying. I mean, I kept putting a mixing medium to keep it alive, but it just kept drying, and at some point it was just annoying, and I was like, screw you. I don't have time for you.
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
You should be working the way that you're supposed to, and goodbye. And I actually ended up throwing another shade of it that I had. So I think I had in total 3 shades, and now I don't have any of them anymore because they all dried out. I just could not use them anymore, and I guess I could have used them if I kept putting a mixing medium, but I was over it. I'm over you. I will not be buying you again, that's for sure, because they were pretty expensive for the amount of times that I actually managed to use them, and I know I've had them for a while, but I feel like they dried out a little bit too fast. Anyways, so those were my failures, I guess. Now onto the things that I've actually finished. Okay, I'm not gonna start with a big update. I'm gonna start with the small ones. So I finished the Fenty Gloss, what is it called? Gloss Bomb in the shade, the original one, the Fenty Glow. Ugh, it is so sticky outside. I mean, this packaging, I don't know if it happens to other people, but I've realized with the Fenty lip products, the product leaks, so that is annoying. I finished it, it didn't have much, and I knew that this was not gonna take me a long time, but I finished it quite a while ago, but I haven't updated you in a while, so there goes that. And then I finished, or almost completely finished, this highlighter. This is the Colourpop and Catalina. It's Super Shock. Oh, my hands are so sticky now. Super Shock Cheek highlighter in Fire. It's not completely finished. It still has some product left. It has about this much left, and the reason why I consider it finished is because it actually fell again, this one too, and the product fell outside the packaging, so I was not gonna continue using it, but I will consider this one a success because I've actually used so much of this product, and there is very little left. Since I've used like 90% of the product, or like 95% of the product, I will consider this a success. And now the big update. Are you ready for this? I finished the deep brow pomade. I cannot believe that this day has come 6 years later, after the day I bought it. For 5.5 years for sure, I finally finished it. It is completely empty. I have not cheated. I've used every single drop of this product. If you want to only buy one product every 5 years for your brows, then go for this. I've actively had this product in the Project and Pan for the past 2 years, I think, and I'm pretty sure that I've used it another 2 years before I started using other brow products in the beginning when I first bought it. 2 or 3 years maybe. I think it was 3 years this has been in the Project and Pan, so since September of 2019. I swear I almost never used a different product from this one when I did my brows, except if I was really in a hurry and I wanted to use something really fast, but other than that I almost always use this to do my brows, and yet it took me 3 years to finish. Now it's finally finished, and needless to say that I will not be buying it again. I do have another brow pomade, the Benefit Brow Pomade, Ka-Brow, but I'm staying away from brow pomades at the moment because I've had enough of this. I've really had enough of this. And yeah, I have so many other fun and faster brow products to use, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. I need to finish soon because the sun is coming in. Now the products that I added in after I finished those. I added in the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. I have done quite a bit of a dent to it, but it will definitely take a long time to finish. And here are the updates throughout the months. So the reason why I added it, I do quite like this bronzer. I just, to be honest, had nothing else better to add, and since this one is the mini one, I thought, why not? And it's actually quite nice to have it on hand for my nose contouring. This is what I mostly use it for. Then I added the Nude Sticks Nudies All Over Face color in the shade Bondi Bay. I quite like it, and I only added this because it had very little left and it was just sitting there for quite a few months with only that little product left. So instead I was like, let's just finish it, and at some point I'll just buy a new one instead of just having this old product sitting there. And this is where I'm at right now. It has a bit product left. I mean, you don't need too much of this product, although it does blend out very easily, but you don't need too much of it. Although it doesn't have much left, it will take me definitely another month to finish, maybe 2 max. It has about this much, and you know me, I can't stop when the product is finished. I have to completely use it up, scrub it out and completely use it up. 1-2 months and this will be finished, and that will help me with finishing more products so that I will buy new products faster. I have briefly mentioned it before in my other videos. I have decided, instead of only buying a new product when I finish a Project Empan product, it was just taking too long and I was in minus something. I think I'm in minus 19 because I bought a Christmas set with 4 or 5 lashes and couple of foundations and a couple of concealers, and that was since last year, right? I've dug myself a bigger hole, not gonna lie. Since the last few months of last year, I just decided to change the rule, and whenever I finish a product in general, it will count as a finished product so that I can buy something. But I don't think I've officially mentioned that in a Project Empan update, so here it is. Okay, next thing that I added, this lip liner that I talked about. I just thought that it's time to add a new lip liner in the Project Empan. I've had my lip liners for quite a long time, and since this was a nude lip liner, and also it's basically the corresponding lip liner of this lipstick, which I already have in the Project Empan, I was like, let's just add it. I don't think it will take too long to finish. It's a neutral shade. It's not like a crazy color that I wouldn't be able to use all the time. I have the combination of these two on my lips today, and I've managed to use quite a bit of it, as you'll see from the pictures. And then I have the Primark lipstick that I've had for such a long time. It has a good progress, but there is still so much product left because, of course, I've decided to use everything up completely. Am I too much? I am, I know. I just can't let go of things. I really have an issue with letting go of things. And since this doesn't smell any different or feel any different from the lipstick, I'm just gonna keep using it. So that's about how much I have left. Quite a bit. And I do use it as a blush all the time, so this will definitely take me another 4 to 5 months, I believe, if not more. Then I added a Colourpop eyeshadow. They're Super Shock shadows. This is in the shade Lala. It's not completely dried. I can still manage to get some color out of it. Yeah, you can still see it. It's a nice shade, but to be honest, I do not think that this will be a successful Project Empan product. I don't use it that much because the shade looks a little bit too coppery on me, and I don't really like coppery eyeshadows on myself. I don't feel like they are very flattering on me. Using up this whole product, it would take a long time, and I do not think I will be able to do it, especially because it is almost dried out. It does still have some juice to it, but not enough for me to use it up, you know? So I will probably end up throwing this one away. I have thrown away most of my Colourpop Super Shock shadows because I've had them for years and they completely dried out, most of them. I have like 1 or 2 of them left. This will probably end up in the trash at some point. I will try to use it as much as I can to get as much use out of it, but it will definitely not finish. The last product that I added is another brow product, because since I finished my Anastasia brow pomade, I thought, why not add another brow product? And I actually had this in mind to add this product in my Project Empan for a long time. So this is the Urban Decay brow blade in the shade Dark Drapes. And I don't know if you remember, but I used to use this product all the time because it does have a nice pen on the one side and the pencil on the other side. But I did completely use up the liquid on the pen side. I do use it towards the tail of my brow because this helps you be very precise and create hair-like strokes. It's a really nice product to create like nice feathery natural brows, I guess. Since I finished that completely, I did buy a new one a while ago because I couldn't do my brows without the pen. I did have a bit left of the pencil side, so I thought, let's put it in the Project Empan. It will be a product that will finish fast, and I don't have to keep it in my collection anymore because I'm not really crazy about brow pencils because I don't feel like they are precise enough. They are very fast, but I wouldn't really do my whole brows with a brow pencil, unless it has a brow pen where I can use at the end of my brows, you know. It has very little left, about this much. I think I will finish it in like 2 or 3 more uses. This will finish very fast, which is really nice. Definitely a favorite product of mine. I was basically using, and I am actually still doing that, I'm using the pencil from this product and the pen from the newer one that I bought. So instead of having 2 products, I'll just use this one up and only have one. Again, I do have quite a few other brow products that I want to play with, but since this will finish very fast, I thought it's time to do it. I enjoy using it, so it's not a big deal. Those were all of the new additions, and now let's go on with the rest of the products that I'm still working with. Anastasia Subculture. I haven't used it too much lately. I mostly used this neutral shade Dawn. Then again, I feel like I've hit pan on this for a long time ago. I do have a small pan on this, and I have used this shade and this shade a little bit more, but I haven't used it too much, to be honest, because I have been using other palettes and other things. I do have a little bit progress, I guess, but not that much. But then again, when was the last time I updated you? That was quite a few months ago. This might look like a big update to you. Okay, next I still have the Morphe palette, and I'm not complaining because it's nice to have an eyeshadow palette full of brands on hand that I can use in combination with any other palettes, and I've been really enjoying it. I have a very nice pen on this shade right here, which I use it to set my concealer or whatever I do eyeshadow. I use this one. It's still going strong, and these pans are actually quite big. It will definitely take a long time to finish, but again, I'm not complaining. I'm enjoying having this palette on hand. You might not be able to see it, but I've actually been using this shade quite a bit. It's a very nice shimmery buttery shade, and I just put it all over my eyelid and I create a nice fast look. It has progress and you might not be able to see it, but I've been definitely using it quite a bit. I still have my Mario Badescu setting spray. I have the big bottle here. I haven't filled this one yet. I need to do it today actually, because I do it every time on the 1st of the month and I take the pictures and stuff, but I will show you in the pictures. It is going strong. It will take probably the whole summer to finish it. It's not that bad. I'm enjoying it. I'm not crazy about it, but I'm not hating it either. And the last product that I have is this thing right here, which it is one of my favorite lip products, but I just don't find myself using it. To be honest, I don't use that many lip products in general, and I've had it for months and months and months in the Project Empire, and I still haven't managed to finish it. It doesn't have much left, but if you don't use it, there's not progress happening, so I will try to use it more this month. Let's hope. That was it. Now onto the Project Bottom, aka my nail polish version of the Project Tampon, and I have a good update here too. I finally finished this nail polish right here, which is basically the Kale Polish Cassiopeia shade. I've talked about this before. It just looks a lot nicer on the bottle than it looks on the nails. It is basically completely empty. It doesn't have anything left. It took me a long time in total to finish it, but I finally finished it. I do not like to use it on my nails that much. I have another bottle of this because I had 2 of them, and long story short, one of my other nail polishes, the bottle of it broke, and then I used the bottle of this to put the other nail polish so that it doesn't go completely to waste, and then I was left with an extra in a different bottle. So yeah, now I finished this and I have the other bottle, which I want to include in a Project 10 pan in the future. I've had this nail polish in the Project 10 pan before, but I have decided to leave this one for now and use it again during the summer, because I feel like this is a very pretty summer shade. I just don't want to use it during the winter as summer shade basically, but it will be back in the Project 10 pan. I don't have much left. It will definitely take me like 1 or 2 months to finish if I use it frequently. But instead of that, I don't know if I talked about this in my previous update, but I did add, or I do have this H&M nail polish in the shade, I don't remember. Anyways, I will write the shade. I have about half of it left. It's going a little bit slow. I've used it quite a bit, but now I'm not using it that much. I have started doing fake nails again. I haven't been really using my Project Empire nail polishes that much, to be honest. Anyways, this will take me a few months to finish, that's for sure. And then the other nail polish that I decided to add, it's another Kale Polish nail polish. This is the Kale Polish Capricorn. This was from the Zodiac collection. Is this green right here, which to some of you might look really nice, but I think I'll go as far as to say that I hate this nail polish. This is definitely my least favorite nail polish from all of the nail polishes that Kathleen came out with. It's ironic because Capricorn is my sign. I was disappointed. This reminds me of the green goblin or the green bad guy from the Spider-Man movie. I just do not like it, like at all. It is this green, but it has kind of a brown shift to it depending on how the light hits. I just hate it. I'm sorry if you have this shade and you love it or similar shades. I'm sorry, it's just personal, and I was disappointed that this was my sign. I think I have used this once before I put it in the project. I've decided that I'm not gonna let it, although I was like, I'll never put a nail polish in the project because they're not sold anymore and I want to keep them for as long as I can. But then again, this is a color that I don't like, and I was like, I'm not gonna let it take place there. I want to open space for new polishes, for other exciting stuff. So, and again, I can't just throw it away. I could give it to somebody, I guess, but I don't know that many people that would wear a shade like this. So instead, I'm wearing it until I completely use it up. There you have it. I might take it out of the project during the summer because I feel like this is more like a wintry shade. I'm still using it. It is a good progress, I guess, better than not using it at all, but it will take me many months, I think, to finish. Those are the two polishes that I'm working with right now. It might change soon because the weather is slowly getting better, and I feel like wearing more spring summery shades. It will definitely cycle back into the project at some point. Alright, that's it. We're done. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This was a little bit long. Let me know if you still want to watch favorite videos or project and plan updates or whatever you want to see in the future or not see. Let me know, and yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you again in my next one. Bye. Have a nice week or weekend or whatever it is. Bye. Not this again. Not this again. Hi guys. Hi guys. I guess what do I guess?